What's going on, YouTube family? It's Corey with TechMe, and today we're going to be reviewing the Samsung Galaxy S8. Let's get the specs out of the way. At $750 here in the US, we got 4 gigabytes of RAM, 3000 milliamp hour battery, a Snapdragon 835 chip, 5.8-inch Super AMOLED display with 64 gigabytes of onboard storage, and a micro SD card slot if you're looking to expand. On the back, we have a 12 megapixel shooter with an f1.7 aperture. This has optical image stabilization and an LED flash. On the front, we have an 8 megapixel shooter with f1.7 aperture, and we'll get into all these little details a little further down the line when we go over the camera. Now, as far as the display goes, there's really no words to accurately describe just how beautiful it is. You'd really have to see it in person to get a full feel for it. The colors are super vibrant. The blacks are super black. Everything just seems to pop out at you from the screen. Now, like I said, it's a 5.8-inch Super AMOLED. It's got a resolution of 1440 by 2960. And like the LG G6, this phone has a 2:1 aspect ratio. It's nearly bezel-less with about an 85% screen-to-body ratio. And that's all protected by some Gorilla Glass 5. Once again, though, you really just have to see this thing in person to really appreciate the beauty of what Samsung has done with this display. Alright, we're going to talk about battery, but it's going to be very quick. I think Samsung did a pretty horrible job with the S8's battery performance. I'll tell you why. I consider myself a power user. I'm on my phone throughout the day constantly. I have Bluetooth hooked up to my smartwatch. I have Wi-Fi going constantly. I'm streaming videos, social media, whatever you want to call it. I can never make this phone last me an entire day. However, if you're a normal user and you just use your phone lightly throughout the day, you're probably going to be okay with this battery. It kind of reminds me a lot of the regular iPhone 7 battery. So if you're like me and you consider yourself a power user, you might be better off going with the S8 Plus because it's got the 3500 milliamp hour battery. Now, it's a little harder to handle, but if you want the bigger battery, you're going to have to get the bigger phone in this case. The call quality on the S8 has been A1. I think we're kind of past the point where we even have to discuss that anymore. Every smartphone has great sound quality when it comes to calling. To me, at least, I can't really notice much of a difference with any of them anymore. The cameras on the S8 have been a great experience for me. I want to hit the front-facing camera first because I don't have too much to say about it. It seems a little soft. That's one thing I could say about the picture. And it does seem more zoomed in as opposed to what the S7 and the S7 Edge had, where it was more of a wide angle and you could get more in the picture. It seems like with the S8 here that they kind of tried to mimic what the iPhone does and they zoomed it in a little more. Now the rear camera I've had a really great experience with. It has an auto mode, a pro mode, a panorama mode, selective focus, slow motion, hyperlapse, a food mode, and a virtual shot. Now, I don't want to go too in-depth with it because I'm really not too knowledgeable on all the in-depth stuff about cameras. However, I do think that pictures and videos are subjective to a point. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to throw up some pictures that I took with this. I'm going to throw up some hyperlapses that I took with this and some video so you guys can get your own idea of how this phone performs. I haven't had any lags or stutters as far as opening the camera app or anything. It all seems very quick. I was super impressed by the hyperlapse mode on this phone, so I took a few of those and I'm going to be showing you guys those as I'm talking. Now with the S8, we're not getting a dual camera setup, and that's totally fine. I don't think every phone needs to have a dual camera setup, and especially with the S8 here. My last favorite camera was the Pixel XL, and now I think, I need to reiterate, that the S8 has taken that title for me. I think the S8 rear-facing camera is extraordinary. You get really great pictures out of it, great stills. The video leaves a little bit to be desired, but it's okay. Everything performs really well, and I'm super happy with this camera. I don't think you can really go wrong with this if you're one of those people that is constantly taking pictures and videos. Quick little side piece here for the folks that care. The S8 is compatible with wireless charging. If you watch my LG G6 review, you'll know that I really don't care for wireless charging. However, I did buy this just for this quick little piece of the video. Complete waste of money. Anyway, Samsung also did away with the micro USB port, and we have moved to a USB Type-C, which, thank God, I feel like everybody is finally getting on the same page with that. Alright, so just like I did with my LG G6 review, at the end here, we're going to just talk about a couple of things that I really enjoyed and a couple of things that I didn't enjoy so much with the S8. So aside from the battery, the one complaint that I have, and it's not that major, and I know it's ridiculous, but Samsung emojis are so ridiculous. Why can we not just stick to one standard set of emojis? Please use the Android emojis. Why are you using these ridiculous Samsung ones? Another gripe that I have is the placement of the fingerprint sensor on the back right next to the camera. Makes no sense, but it's okay. I wound up using the facial recognition, and that's solely what I use to unlock my phone now, which is weird because when I first saw that it had the facial recognition, I was like, oh, nice, sick meme. But it really surprised me. It's incredible. I can't believe that it works as well as it does. I know there's room for improvement with it, but Samsung's really moving in the right direction with that. Another little positive that I really liked about this was you got those AKG headphones with this. They're like $100 retail. Anyway, they sound really good. But when you go into the settings, there's an option to use this adapt sound option, and it basically sets up a sound profile that caters to your own personal hearing needs. So it makes everything sound that much better for yourself. I absolutely love this feature. I've never seen a phone that has it. If there is, please let me know in the comments. Alright guys, that about does it for my S8 review. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you want to, subscribe. If not, still love you. But I am going to be keeping this S8 as my daily driver. So if you have it or you plan on getting it, let me know in the comments what your experiences have been, or what you're planning on doing when you get it, or what you're looking most forward to with the phone. As always guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time.